These things might be messing with the effectiveness of your birth control, and you have no idea. Hormone-based birth control includes things like IUDs, rings, patches, and the widely used pill, which is what we'll focus on this episode. It comes in different forms, but the ones you probably know are combined oral contraceptives, which use a combination of estrogens, like ethinyl estradiol, and a progestogen, like progesterone. But there are things out there that will mess with those hormones, meaning surprise baby or dangerous side effects. So if you're on the pill, what should you steer clear of? At some point, maybe you heard that eating grapefruit or drinking grapefruit juice could make the pill less effective. Truth is, grapefruit juice can affect hormone levels, but there's no evidence that it increases your chances of getting pregnant. So in a study done with menopausal women, grapefruit juice was shown to increase the ethinyl estradiol in their system. Normally, ethinyl estradiol is broken down by enzymes in your body called cytochrome P450-3A4, quite a mouthful. But grapefruit contains organic compounds called furanocoumarins that block their activity, and this causes ethinyl estradiol to build up. When you're on the pill, you're already introducing more ethinyl estradiol into your system. So there are some claims that combining grapefruit juice with the pill can make you feel sick or nauseous. Because the amount of that CYP3A4 enzyme in one person's intestine may not be the same as in someone else's, these side effects are definitely not a one-size-fits-all thing, and more research needs to be done before any big claims are made. So activated charcoal is pretty hip these days. You've probably seen it advertised in toothpastes, face masks, maybe some soaps, but now it's even making its way into stuff we eat, marketed as a detoxer. Activated charcoal is a form of carbon that has been superheated to create tiny, tiny pores that increase its surface area by a lot. The surface area of 1 gram of activated charcoal can cover an area greater than 3,000 square meters, over half of an American football field. These tiny pores make activated charcoal an incredible adsorber, meaning tons of different compounds will stick to it. And it actually has some legitimate uses, like in the early stages of a drug overdose, because it can absorb a range of drugs, keeping someone's stomach from absorbing them. But all that activated charcoal in your detox smoothie is A, probably just adsorbing pureed peach, and B, unless you're literally having an overdose, there are no toxins in your gut that need to be detoxed. So if you're drinking activated charcoal, it might keep that birth control from getting into your blood. Although there isn't yet direct evidence for this, we at Reactions ask, why put yourself at risk for a silly health fad? Johns Wort isn't FDA approved, but in the US, it's an over-the-counter supplement that people use to treat depression, and in other parts of the world, it's widely prescribed. Johns Wort is made up of many different compounds, but the compound thought to act as an antidepressant is hyperforin. Hyperforin blocks reuptake of feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, keeping that happy buzz going. But it also increases the activity of CYP3A4, the same enzyme that grapefruit decreases the activity of. So opposite to grapefruit, Johns Wort clears estrogen from your system. This stimulates follicle growth and ovulation, which increases your risk of getting pregnant. Let's call it what it really is, a laxative. In recent years, social media has been flooded with detox tea promotions by celebrities and influencers. But here's what's up. They're selling you a serious case of diarrhea, and what you're losing is water weight. These teas usually contain senocides, often just referred to as senna. Why senna works so well as a laxative is not totally clear, but it's thought to both increase contraction and fluid secretion in your large intestine. Diarrhea can cause a whole range of things like dehydration, nausea, and fever, and can keep you from absorbing hormones in the pill. If you've had diarrhea for more than a 24-hour period, don't count on your birth control being effective. Also, go to the hospital. And finally, smoking. It is well established that smoking ups your likelihood of having a stroke, and that increased likelihood is associated with a bunch of things that make your blood clot, including fibrinogen. Fibrinogen is a clotting protein, and when it's acted on by an enzyme called thrombin, it polymerizes, forming a larger molecule that works with other cells in your immune system to create a clot. The more clotting there is, the more likely you are to have a stroke. A combination of the pill and smoking is hypothesized to put a woman at a greater risk for stroke because on its own, the pill has been shown to ever so slightly increase your risk. That being said, that increase is incredibly small because the incidence of stroke in reproductive age women is already very, very low, around 1 in 100,000. So unless stroke is common in your family, it's a risk that shouldn't keep you up at night. Although this list is a good place to start, other things like certain antibiotics and anti-seizure meds can mess with your oral contraceptives. Remember, we're a YouTube channel, not a doctor. So go talk to yours to make sure you're not putting yourself or the effectiveness of your birth control at risk. See you next week.